it's Gwen and I'm back today with a layout share video for you all. Many of you will know that I have been playing along with Sarah Scraps in her Maggie Holmes Monday series. When she first started those videos, I saw them and I thought immediately, I have a bunch of Maggie stash. I would love to play along, and I am now 25 layouts completed. Lots of stash used up and I'm super happy about that. So I thought, being 25, that's a good sort of number. I might do a quick video share for you all so you can see what I've made. I will leave a link to the playlist in the description box below as well. So if you wanted to see any of the actual process videos for these layouts, I have them and they're all listed there. Okay, so on to the first layout. This is what started it all. This one is Sweet Story, and just a really old photo of Caitlin and myself. Just loved the fun colors of this one, and I thought it's a really fun photo, so I thought it teamed really well with the whimsical feel that this collection had. So that's that one, Sunshine Smiles. I'm going to actually put them this way because I want to keep them in order. Okay, so on to the second layout, and this one is also using a Sweet Story. I have found it quite useful to create a couple of layouts when I have a collection on my desk. I just find that I create the second layout a lot faster than the first one because I've just been through all of the elements in the collection. I know what's there. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's sort of the same as when you cook 2 meals instead of 1. It doesn't actually take that much extra time, I find. Anyway, so that's this one. Inspired to use the banners. That's what started this, and a few bits and pieces of leftover pattern papers that I had, and then just stacked them all up to create that page. This one is a photo of me and my best friend in the whole world. And again, it was a bit of a stash busting one. This one came from lots of different collections. You will have seen, maybe I've got a box of just random Maggie Holmes supplies. That's what this layout was. So I do believe there's Flourish in here, and maybe some of the older ones, maybe some open book, possibly. Some of you will know the exact, but I know these ones are all Flourish. I think that might be Flourish as well. I know this one definitely is. But then I know that word's from an older collection. So yeah, that box is, normally I do store by collection, but when they get quite old and when there's just random bits and pieces, they do kind of all go together. So that's this one, layout number 3. Layout 4 is Willow Lane, and started with just a really simple paper strips. I wanted to use up some of this. I think I only had in this collection 1 sheet of the 12 by 12 left and then the paper pad. So I was just trying to use up some of those elements and some of these really big floral pieces. So that is that one, Willow Lane, another picture of Caitlin and I. This one is a layout of me, and I have noticed that there's a few ballet photos in this pile, which is really fun. This one is also mixed. It's from that same random box of goodies, all mixed in together. I do believe the bulk of this one could be Chasing Dreams though. Probably. Not sure. Okay. This one was a carousel in part, like this part here. I know that's carousel. I think this is Bloom. The puffies are Bloom. But the reason I created it was to use up all of these alphas. Not alphas, they are numbers. I had a bunch of them. I started with that. I laid them all on the background and wanted to get them all used up. So mission accomplished. And I really like the look of this. I want to do this again. I feel like this could be a really good way to use up thickers and maybe some words that I have. I do have quite a few packets of words and things. So I'm going to get inspired by this one to do something different but similar. Okay, on to the next one. I started this one with just the blue pattern paper and then pulled out a bunch of blue elements, teamed it with some pink and yellow to soften a little bit, and yeah, kept it pretty simple. I also was keen to try and get used up some of this acetate. I've struggled with this so much. So I did manage to get one piece on there, which was good. Nice clean background, pretty simple layout. This one came together pretty quickly. Okay, next is Sunny Days. I do actually have a couple of layouts. These I did create at the same time. Again, that same idea that while the collection's on my desk, I'll make a couple of pages. So yeah, this one really like quintessential, I guess, summer layout with a little one and ice cream. Really love that. Just used a cut file for the title and teamed it with the puffy stickers there. That was nice to get them used up actually. I remember thinking that at the time. Some paper scraps. This is just a 6x8 paper pad. So just the two full size sheets on this layout. Super cute. Love how that came out. And then this is the other one, again with the focus on that paper pad. Punched out some squares just with a punch. I think these are 2x2. Used that as a base to then add all the other embellishments to. I love these bows. I wish I had more of them. They're so nice. All about them bows. This one was another mixed layout. So it was another layout that came from that box of goodies. I think these were the original Maggie Holmes collection. They have been in my stash for the longest time. Same with these. If it wasn't the original, it was like one of the first 1 or 2 collections for sure. So lots of paper layers, just grabbing embellishments and layering them up to try and use that up. These cute little elements are not from Maggie Holmes. They're actually from an fellow Aussie lady who is called Charms Creations. She hand makes these and I do love adding them. They're a really lovely touch. Handmade element that I don't have to add. So that's that one. Next is this beautiful blue number. This is Marigold and it was one of the layouts that I created with a collection that was brand new to me. And I've just seen in the bottom of the box, there was this guy and I was wondering where on earth that little fellow had come from. Right there. So I am actually going to do this right now. So annoying when you take the time to position embellishments and then they come off. So annoying. Let's pop him back there. I'm glad I found it. I wasn't sure when I saw it. I thought, oh, a gold heart could come from anywhere on any layout. I'm glad I found it. That's really nice. Yay. So that, yeah, Marigold for this one. Pretty simple, another pretty simple layout. But I like that style too. And I find I am using a lot of the little bits and pieces to create these, which is always, always good. Okay, I wonder though, I'm just thinking, I wonder if that'll, I think it's good. Calling it good. Next up, this one, another layout, collection that I really featured a lot that I noticed as I was looking through these pages was Carousel. And I'm so glad I did because I really did not think that that would be a collection that I would use. I wondered why I had bought it when I first started on this adventure. And then I had seen some shares from RTS, Record the Story, scrapbooking, and she had shared how well Carousel was made for Disney. And I did have some Disney pictures, and then I thought, you know what, let's just go all in on that. And I did get quite a few of the Disney photos scrapbooked using the Carousel collection. So you will see a few in here. This one, I had some fussy cut out arrows that I wanted to feature. So I've kind of done a similar thing to some of those other layouts, used those fussy cut elements as a base for the layout and then added my embellishments on top. Got to say, I never thought that I would get that zebra on a page. So here's to that. I really love those too. Think Happy, very cute. So that's the first of many Disney layouts. This is another one that I did. This one I started with this giant title. How big is that title? Oh my gosh. So I actually started with that and my photo, and then went from there and positioned everything else around those two elements. I like to do that if I'm really keen on getting something used up. It's a really good strategy for me, is just to get it locked into position and work around it, rather than trying to fit it into what's already happening on the layout, because there's no way. Where would I like popped that if I'd added that halfway through? I don't think I ever would have fit it somewhere on a page. So it had to be positioned pretty early on. So yep, that's that one. Us at Disneyland quite a few years back now. Caitlin was maybe 6, possibly 6 or 7, something like that. We still have our ears too. I love them so much. Next is a summer layout. So this one again is Sunny Days. And I just wanted to go with a really fun, bold, bright feel for this one. I don't know, I was just feeling adventurous. I think this inspired by the bow, the colours in the bow, and then put out all the lovely blues. And you know, why not put it on a purple background? I don't know. I really love this. It's a bit different for me, I guess, because I do normally go for more neutrals. But yeah, I think it's really fun. It turned out really, really well. Okay, something softer but still in the mauves. This one is Willow Lane, I believe. Yeah, Willow Lane. And I've gone with a softer feel. I really struggled to scrapbook this photo, and I had tried a couple of times in the past to find coordinating colors. So when this all came together, I was pretty pleased with myself, which is interesting. I guess I don't know enough about color theory. Are they complementary colors? Anyway, I really love how this turned out. Super, super pretty. I love the little touch of the sequins there from Spiegel Mum Scraps. Lots of bits and pieces from this collection, like foam, quite large foam and chipboard elements, and another unicorn / zebra. So it's sort of similar feel to that other layout that I made as well. You know, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You can take ideas and replicate them to get your layouts done. So yeah. Okay, another Disney one. Here we are in our ears. Fussy cut out a bunch of these frames and then used those as the base for the layout, adding in some quite large elements as well, getting those on the page, which is always good. And then just anchored it all on a really clean, simple background. Okay, so layout 17 is Garden Party. This was new to me. This is new in my stash, but even when it's new, it's still stash busting. So, and this is a picture of me and my mum that was on my 40th birthday party. So I just wanted to feature this really pretty butterfly cut file and keep things pretty simple. Got the ombre sort of style pattern paper for my background. And yeah, it didn't need a lot really, just a few bits and pieces to finish that one up. This one is also Garden Party, and it's of our pet cat named Ferris. Just a bit of fun. I think I just created this one just for fun. It wasn't really a story I was trying to tell. Just wanted to get into my craft space, get creating and try a few things. Loving the color combinations. I guess scrapping boys with Maggie Holmes is probably a bit tricky. I know a lot of her elements are very floral pinks. So I did struggle a little bit with this one. So I think I just went more with the leaves and the green. Anyway, I like how I've got 2 photos on this layout, and I do like this design. I think I wouldn't mind trying this one again. Next up is more Garden Party. Yes, more Garden Party. This one featuring a teacup flower cut file from Cut to You, of course, and another picture of myself. Lots of fun just backing this cut file because it did take a while. There's quite a few spaces there, but really, really cute addition of bows and some sparkly hearts. just a bit of fun, that one. Another Disney. I did say there was a few Disney, but I had to pull out. I don't think I've got very much Carousel left at all. I have to pull that out. And this bow, I'm pretty sure is one of the original bows from Maggie's collections. And these hearts, they're pretty original and new as well. So loving how that one came together. I love this edge, and this edge is actually made up of not one full sheet. I didn't have one full sheet, so I was a bit clever creating that border there, which you'll see in the full video. Another Disney one, this one, multiple photo layout, which I do not do enough of. So it felt good to get this one done, just to get those moments captured. I had a bunch of kites that I wanted to fussy cut out. So this layout really started with that idea and trying to create a sky to tell the photos, tell the story of the photos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's that one. And then this one, again, another Disney, I did say. And this one I replicated those same arrow idea that I used way back in one of those other layouts, combined those with trying to combine and use up the titles. I don't think I ever would have, well, like maybe I would have made a page with moments on it, but I don't know, I just felt like it was easier to just stack them all, grab a bunch of them, fussy cut them out and layer them up and stack them all and get them on a page and done. It ties in really nicely with this border as well. In fact, some of these were fussy cut from that same pattern paper, and it kind of pulls everything in together. These elements are super old as well, so all out of my stash and onto pages. Okay, we're nearly there. This one is more recent. This one was created with Garden Party. Yes, Garden Party. And I really wanted to do a shaker pocket for this one, something different. And I'm going to do more of these because these are so fun. So the whole background is a shaker pocket with vellum across the top. Beautiful bow cut file from Cut to You, then some embellishment clusters with a few of the little pieces. Didn't need very much again, there's already a lot going on before we even get to embellishments. And this is a super old picture of Caitlin, so I do like to get them done. I find it so much easier to scrapbook recent photos. So when I have older photos, I kind of get caught up in like the photo quality, and then I think, oh, maybe it's not good enough to scrapbook. But this one I had printed out, so at some point I had decided it was good enough to scrapbook, so it was nice to actually get it done. I love the color of her top. It's not an exact match, but it tones in really nicely and it's fun, and you can't help but shake this one when you walk past it. Okay, we're nearly there. This was the last share that second last, 24. This is Market Square. First layout with this collection. It was brand new in my stash, and I thought, why not scrapbook myself? I had new glasses, so I took a couple of selfies, layered them up on the layout. Really love the colors in this, really do. I want to actually have to pull this collection out because it was really lovely to work with. So really enjoyed that one. And here is layout number 25, lucky last, another shot of me in my point shoes. This one, I certainly was inspired to use a lot of these ballet. I know that's a swan icon, but Swan Lake, to me, that's ballet themed. This came from that big box of miscellaneous stash that I have. I did want to pull that out and get a couple more things pulled out of there because I'm naturally not drawn to that box. I'm going to be naturally more drawn to the collections that have that are complete, that are in their own box. So yeah, I did pull this one out. I did struggle with it actually, but I love how it came out perfect in the end. This flower ended up being a Prima flower though, but from deep within my stash. So it still totally counts as stash busting. Lots of other bits and pieces of random collections, most of them quite quite old. And that is layout number 25. Okay, so there's a look at all of the layouts in the Maggie Holmes Monday series. It feels so good to have. I just look at this stash. Look at this pile that was in my stash, that was supplies in a box, and they're all now embellishments that are stuck, hopefully, down forever on layouts, and I've got my memories documented, and I'm really, really happy about that. I love this series. I know you guys love this series as well, so it will be continuing. I just thought it would be a nice little checkpoint to share what I've made so far. And yeah, there'll be a new video out really soon. Thank you for being here and spending your creative time with me. I will see you all in the next video. Until then.